Hello Year 11. Today we're going to talk through the area and the circumference of a circle. Now before we do that, I'm going to label all the different parts of a circle that you need to know because this could come up in a test. Okay. I'm going to start off by saying that the distance the whole way around the outside of the circle is called the circumference. Okay, so the whole way around, like so. Okay. This line in the middle that goes from one end to the other and importantly goes through the middle, that is called the diameter. And the line that goes from the center to the outside is called the radius. Okay, now they're the two most important bits that you need to know. Okay. These three things of what I've drawn so far, they're the most important. So the diameter, the radius, and the circumference. Okay. Other things that you will need to know is that, so this little slice, I think of it as a slice of pizza or a slice of pie, that is called a sector. Okay. And the line that goes from one side to the other but does not go through the middle, that is called a chord. And the slice that's been cut off as a result is called a segment. The last line that you may see is this line here. It's just going along the outside of the circle and just touches it and no more. Okay, that is called a tangent. Okay guys, what I recommend you do now is pause the video and take a copy of that, okay, before moving on. The next thing we're going to look at is, you would have covered this in Year 10. I just want you to remind you about the symbol pi. Okay, it's just a Greek letter. It means 3.1415. It goes on and on forever. Okay, but we're going to use that in a wee second to learn how to figure out the area and the circumference of a circle. So we should know, just from Key Stage 3 Maths, that the area is the space inside a shape. Okay, there's a formula you're going to have to remember because it's not given to you. Okay, and that the area of a circle, A, equals pi r squared. Okay, whereby r is the radius. Okay. And the other thing here is that the circumference is the distance around the outside, that's meant to say of a circle, similar to the perimeter. Okay, and the equation for the circumference is C equals pi d, where d is the diameter. Okay. Quite often people tend to get these two mixed up. Okay, so there's this little phrase, it's dead corny, you know me. It's pi r squared. So let me see, pi r squared sounds like area to me. When I want circumference, I just use pi d. Okay, it's dead cheesy, but if you remember it, you'll not get the two mixed up. I'm going to say it one more time. Pi r squared sounds like area to me. When I want circumference, I just use pi d. Okay, again, pause the video, take that down, and then we'll move on. Right, so here we have a circle. Okay, I want to find the area and the circumference of it. Now the first thing we can see is that I've got a line drawn. It's going halfway across the circle, which means that that is a radius. Okay, so I can now go straight ahead and I can say that r equals 7. Now because I know that the radius is 7, the diameter is a line that goes straight across. It goes the whole way across, that must be 14 centimeters. So I'm going to say d equals 14. I'm just going to plug those into my equation. So a equals pi r squared. Okay, there is a wee pi button on your calculators. If you have one of the Casio ones, you just hit shift and then times 10 to the power of x. That's just beside the answer button at the bottom line. Okay, so I'm going to go pi times 7 squared, because my radius is 7. And that answer is 153.9 centimeters squared. Okay, you may find, now my calculator, whenever I hit equals, it just said to me 49 pi. If it says that in your calculators, hit the little SD button, it's above delete, and that'll change it into just a normal number for you, okay? Okay, we're also going to find the circumference. So we know that C equals pi d. We know that the diameter is 14, so that is pi times 14. Again, just going to put that into my calculator. And I get 43.98. Now because it says 43.98, I only want it to one decimal place. So it's going to become 44, and I need to have the 0.0. And that's in centimeters. Okay, not squared because it's only a distance. Next question. Okay, you can see I've got a line that's going from one side to the other, the whole way across to the center. So that must be a diameter. So I can say the diameter this time is 11. And that means that if I had a line going from the middle to the outside, that would be 5.5. So the radius is 5.5. So, last time we did area first, I'm just going to do area first again. So I can say A equals pi r squared, which is pi times 5.5 squared. So just stick that in the calculator. (95.03), so just 95.0 centimeters squared. I need to have the 0.0 to show that it's been rounded to one decimal place. Okay. Next, I'm going to go for the circumference. So the circumference equals pi times d, and the diameter we know is 11, so pi times 11. And that gives me 34.55, which is going to round to 34.6. All right, last example. Okay, so notice the units have changed. It's now meters instead of centimeters, and this again is a radius. So r equals 1.2. The diameter will be going the whole way across, so it must be 2.4. So I've been starting off with area, so I'll just start off with area again. Area equals pi r squared, which is pi times 1.2 squared, which gives me an answer of 4.5. It says 4.52, but I'm rounding it, 4.5 meters squared. Next, I'm going to go for the circumference. Pi times d. So diameter is 2.4, so pi times 2.4. Which is, again, after it's been rounded, 7.5. Okay, right guys, I've uploaded a few questions and I'll upload the answers at the end of the day. Okay, all the best now. Sorry.